Let's get ready for UFC 299 right here in Miami, Florida. Now, this fight card is a banger. So let's talk about some of these fights that are on the main card. Petr Yan versus Song Yadong. Now, Petr Yan has been out of the octagon since March of 2023, coming off of a loss to Merab the Machine. Prior to that, he also lost to Sean O'Malley and his second bout against Aljamain for the Bantamweight belt. Now, I expect Petr Yan is going to come back very hungry, looking for a win against Song Yadong. Now, Song Yadong is on a 2-fight win streak in the UFC, but he really doesn't have as much experience in the octagon as Petr Yan. And let's not forget, Petr Yan is the former Bantamweight champion. I'm looking for Petr Yan to get back into the win column after this fight at UFC 299. The next fight on the main card at UFC 299 is Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena. Now, Gilbert Burns is ranked number 4 in the welterweight division, and Jack Della Maddalena is ranked number 11. So a loss for Gilbert would drop him in the rankings. Now, I'm looking for Gilbert to come back after his last fight when he lost to Bilal Muhammad. Now, Jack Della Maddalena, he is on a 6-fight win streak since entering the UFC in January of 2022. So hopefully Gilbert is going to come back hungry and bring out Dorino, because I'm looking for him to win against Jack Della Maddalena. Gilbert Burns has been within the UFC and he has fought for the title, and he has fought the best of the best in the welterweight division. One being Khamzat when he was at welterweight, and the other being Kamaru Usman. So I do expect Gilbert, with all his experience within the octagon against the best contenders, to put up a win against Jack Della Maddalena. The next fight on the main card at UFC 299 is Kevin Holland versus Michael Venom Page. Now, Michael Venom Page is coming to us from Bellator, making his UFC debut against none other than Kevin Holland. Michael Venom Page has a MMA record of 21 wins and 2 losses. Now, he never achieved championship gold in Bellator, but he is looking to climb the rankings rather quickly. He's taking on Kevin Holland, who's ranked number 13 in the welterweight division. Now, Kevin Holland is coming off of a loss to none other than Jack Della Maddalena, who was also on this main card. I'm looking for Kevin to be calculated, strategic, keep his hands up, no showboating, and welcome Michael Venom Page to the UFC with another loss on his record. The next fight on the main card at UFC 299 is the co-main event at UFC 299, Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Beniot Saint-Denis. Now, Beniot Saint-Denis hasn't lost a fight in the UFC since his debut. Now, he's had 3 TKOs and 2 submission wins. He has been unbeaten for the last few fights, but the God of War has not yet challenged anyone in the top 5, let alone the top 10, because he is ranked number 12. Now, just want to make note that this fight at UFC 299 is 5 rounds. Now, Dustin Poirier is used to fighting 5 rounds. He's used to main eventing and fighting top contenders. Now, Dustin is coming off a loss to Justin Gaethje for the BMF belt last summer. But Dustin Poirier, let's not forget, was the interim lightweight champion. He touched championship gold in April of 2019 when he fought for the interim belt against Max Holloway and won. Unfortunately, when Khabib came back, he challenged him for the undisputed belt, but he did not get the belt away from Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now, that wasn't the last time Dustin had his heart set on winning championship gold. He also challenged Charles Oliveira in December of 2021, in which he did not get championship gold then either. Now, Dustin is 35 years old, and he stated that this may be his last fight within the UFC. He knows that Beniot Saint-Denis is young and hungry, but Dustin the Diamond Poirier is up for the challenge. I'm looking for Dustin to pull off a win against Beniot Saint-Denis. Dustin has fought all top contenders, and Beniot Saint-Denis has not. Dustin is definitely used to fighting 5 rounds, in which Beniot Saint-Denis has not had a 5-round fight yet in the UFC. So if the fight goes 5 rounds, I do know that Poirier is going to maintain his energy and endurance for all 5 rounds. So I'm looking for him to pull off this win. The next fight on the main card at UFC 299 is the main event at UFC 299, Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera for the Bantamweight Championship. Now, Sean O'Malley is coming off a 6-fight win streak over Aljamain, Petr Yan, etc. Now, my thoughts on that is Sean O'Malley didn't beat Petr Yan, and I feel the fight against Aljamain was an early stoppage, but he's very popular. That's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the fight. Now, these two first met in the octagon in August of 2020, in which Chito Vera tore Sean O'Malley's legs up with leg kicks, and by the end of round 1, Sean O'Malley fell to the ground and could not stand, and Chito finished him on the ground. Sean O'Malley had to be transported from the octagon on a stretcher. So I'm wondering, why is it Sean is still favored to win this fight over Marlon Vera? I'm really confused about that, being that Chito has already been in the octagon with him and had him leave the fight on a stretcher. Now, Chito Vera won his last fight, but before that, he lost a split decision to Corey Sandhagen. Prior to that, he was on a 4-fight win streak. So Chito Vera has been in the octagon with Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar, Sandhagen, and none other than Dominic Cruz. So Chito Vera has a lot of experience in the octagon, and I'm definitely looking for Bruce to say and new Bantamweight champion Marlon Chito Vera. I'm hoping he takes Bantamweight gold at UFC 299 in none other than Miami, Florida. Let's go over my predictions for the fights at UFC 299. I'm looking for Petr Yan to win over Song Yadong, Gilbert Burns over Jack Della Maddalena, Kevin Holland over Michael Venom Page, Dustin Poirier over Beniot Saint-Denis, and Marlon Vera over Sean O'Malley. Let me know your thoughts, predictions for UFC 299. Drop me a comment and subscribe to my channel to hear all my latest thoughts, comments, and predictions for upcoming fights. It's Butterfly Lex.
Check out more at Butterfly Lex 3-piece on all social platforms.